After that, you know, everybody's down packed. They're like, okay, every time that we get to draw something, I'll draw me rescuing a dog out of a tree. What's good? What's poppin'? It's your girl, Tasia. Today I'm going to do like pretty much like a about me tag. It would have been fun to like have a bunch of people with me, but everybody's really fake when it comes to this shit. So I'm gonna just do it myself and call it a day. Alright. Well, let's get started. My name is Tasia Burkett. Phonetically, it's Tay-Huh-Juh. And my last name is Bur-Keht. Burkett. I am currently 19 until May 21st. I was born in 1999, just before these little hoodlums were born. You feel me? I am one of 7 children, of which 2 are adopted, but I'm one of like 5 blood children. I think I have a lot that I've learned from, and I have a lot to learn. I'm still 19, I'm still kind of young, but I do a lot of stuff like very independently. I'm looking at my clock. I have to go to work later on, so I'm looking at my clock. I'm gonna leave out here. It's about like 1:30. It's about like 1:12. I am currently in college. I'm a sophomore at community college. I go to South Seattle Community College. I live in Seattle, Washington. I am very in love with my city and very in love with the people that are in my city, even though everywhere just has like their typical ass, you know. But I'm a pretty happy kid, depending. Maybe I'll get into the nitty-gritty because it just sounds like it's an interesting thing to do. And let's just put it out there, college is not really, I'm not saying that I shouldn't have went to college, but college is not really what I like, I guess. College is really kicking my butt. Like in high school, okay, look, let's go from the beginning. Look, so elementary, middle school, everybody had their shit down packed. Everybody knew what the fuck they were gonna do. Everybody was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a ballerina. I want to be an astronaut. You know, the president of the United States. Like, you know, that basic shit. I don't know if I've been asked that, but I don't even know what I would have said. Like, I didn't really know. So, you know, elementary school and middle school is where you had all your shit down and you knew exactly what you wanted to do. After that, you know, everybody's down packed. They're like, okay, every time that we get to draw something, I'll draw me rescuing a dog out of a tree. You know, like that cute little 3-year-old, 7-year-old shit. And then when you hit middle school, that's when you get like all these block classes. You get certain periods, like, and I know it's not the same for a lot of places, but for where I am, I went to schools that were practically in a triangle. So like, my middle school is right here, my elementary school is right here, my high school is right here, and now my college is like way over there. In middle school, that's when like I was like, okay, oh shit, like I gotta make sure I get to high school, you know, because my mom's whole thing is that with all of her children, you need to. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're not being questioned. That you have to graduate from high school. You have to graduate from high school. I need to see a diploma. If I don't see a diploma, you're gonna be in school for your whole life until you get it. Middle school, I was like, damn, like I gotta get my life together. The elementary school is like, what's up, what's poppin', bitch? You see my Heelys, girl? I got these little curly extensions, bitch. I ate candy for breakfast. You feel me? Like every Wednesday, no lie, my dad used to buy me McDonald's. When I mean hash browns were like the key to life. If I didn't have a hash brown, I knew I was gonna have a terrible fucking day. When middle school came, I was doing okay, and I was doing really good. I struggled a lot. In 2011, on May 24th, I lost a brother, and his birthday was that same day. So he was born on May 24th, 1992, and then he passed away on May 24th, 2011. School has never really been more of a thing on the back burner than it ever has. No lie, I struggle with it. Mentally, I think that there's something wrong with me. And I'm not trying to make it like a funny thing, but I really think that I struggle with something mentally, and I don't know what it is. I still struggle with it till this day. Like when my brother passed, I remember that day low-key kind of vividly. I don't know if you guys ever feel it, but you kind of have like that Raven Simone moment where you like go into like, you know, you go into like this really weird vision shit, and there was like this whole cloud of sadness that just like poured over you. You were having a good ass day. You just didn't understand why you were so sad. This still happens to me every once in a while, but sometimes stuff happens and sometimes I guess that I just get sad or whatever. I was in my block class, in Miss Blanco's class, and I guess we were reading, and one of like the administrators, you know, like the attendance administrators, lights on. You know, like if you get an early dismissal, there's like someone that has to come grab you from the class. And it was early in the morning. It was right after lunch, I believe. I don't remember it that vividly because I don't like to remember it. And, you know, I got like this wave of sadness, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. I don't think I had a phone at that point, and if I did, I probably would have snuck in and like asked my mom if she was okay, but because that's what I do now, just because it's kind of like for my sanity, like I need to know what's going on if that ever happens, if there's ever a feeling like that now. My class was down this hallway. It was on the left side, and I believe it was like 3 doors down, and my locker was legit right by the door to my block class. So I was like, that's a blessing. I was like practically like, fuck you bitches, like they go home early. I don't know what it is, you know. I was a little naive, like I'm a kid, I don't know what's going on. My stepdad is kind of just looking at me. My biological dad, my biological mom and my biological dad, they separated, I believe like 2007, 2008. Life in our household was already like topsy-turvy. As my stepdad kind of looks at me like, what the, like, let's go, like there's something's wrong, you know, and he's crying, and I'm like, what's going on? Got in the car, and it was just quiet. And he was just like, when you go home, like go straight to your mom. Like I'm panicking. Like when that happened, I've been so in tune to a lot of stuff in the car, and I looked, like I said, I looked at like a triangle, and my house was like middle school. I think I did middle school, elementary school, high school. Middle school's right here, and my house was like right here by the elementary school. You know, it's just like this wave, like this sadness, but I was very confused at the same time, you know. And I walked into the door, and I looked at my mom, and I think she was crying, but I think she was mostly trying to hold it in, you know. But as a mom, like I don't know how that feels as a mom. I know how it feels as a sibling and all that, but as a mom, it was crazy how my mom was like bawling her freaking eyes out. She said that Daryl passed away, and I instantly, well, I might start crying now. I instantly just like broke the fuck down, and it's never like a dang, like I already saw that coming, because you know, my brother, he was diagnosed with brain cancer, stage 4 brain cancer. That's one of the deadliest stages, and he had one of the most deadliest forms of brain cancer. That was like glioblastoma, gamma something. My brother was a happy kid, you feel me? It's crazy because we both share the same birth month, and our birthdays are 3 days apart from each other. And it's so crazy because it was it was terrible, because then I looked at God and I said, this is the worst birthday present ever. I just turned like 13, I think, I don't know. Me and my brother always share our birthdays together. I wonder how like our birthday party is gonna be, you feel me? Like we were all good, and you know, I came in, my mom just like, she just like grabbed me, and it was like the worst. I have to say it was like one of the worst days of my life. Just to see all me and my siblings just like, it's just like utter disbelief that like our brother was gone, and like our mom, she kind of lost herself a little bit, and she lost a piece of herself, you know. I remember going into my brother's room that was just around the corner from the dining room on the left side, and he just sat there, and he sat there with a hat on and his hood on, like covering his face. And my little sister was crying, and to my little sister is like what, 5 years younger than me, and she was crying over something because she didn't understand, and she was crying over a backpack, I believe. A really childish thing, but that's a child for you. And my other brother, Mark, I don't necessarily remember where he was, but he recently just had a child, so that was also like, damn, like my brother won't even be able to meet his niece. That's all that my brother kind of talked about, was like meeting his niece and, you know, being one of the dopest uncles ever. And it's wild how like the death of somebody can really like pivot and fully change the momentum of something. It can change so much so quickly, and you then have to snap back to reality and be like, okay, now we have to alter stuff around this person. It was so quiet for the next few days. It was like my mom was crying for long periods of time at night, and I couldn't go see her, I couldn't go hug her. Like my brothers would practically just barricade the door with their body. We don't want you to see mom cry. I didn't understand, because I was like, well, like, move, like this is my mom, like I want to hug on my mom. There's hella people coming to my house, you know, and I don't know how long I was out of school, but when I went back to school, I then therefore I changed. Like I became a quiet kid. I truly believe I became a quiet kid. Someone that's so outspoken like I am now, I was once a quiet kid. I had this one teacher named Miss Potter. I think she knew, and when I walked into the class, that's the one day that I felt like people actually, there was like a sense of, okay, you're young and you just lost somebody really close to you, we got you. Like that's what I felt like. And it wasn't like that with all my teachers. Everybody just kind of looked at me like I was crazy, you feel me? And you know, it's all right, because we're all young and we all didn't really know anything. There was this one friend that used to invited me to her parties all the time, to his parties, because now he has fully transitioned. And whenever I go there, I guess that in a sense I get sad to seek attention. And I don't know what that, I feel like that's called something, but I fully realized that that's kind of what I did, and I kind of ruined her parties. And it kind of sucks, because now as an adult, I sometimes still do that shit, just because I don't know why. I think it's kind of a subconscious thing. But then there were days where it was kind of like I had to walk away for a minute, because there was just too much fun, and my brain was like, you have to be sad, you know, like you have to be sad. Like, why aren't you sad? You shouldn't be having fun. I'd go over to my friend Leo's house, and you know, it was like to the point where Leo stopped inviting me to parties, and I understand why now, just because I'm not gonna say I was so dramatic, but Leo was inviting me to these parties so I wouldn't have to think about that shit, and I figured out every rhyme or reason to think about it. It was like to the point where I just wanted someone to talk to me about it. Talking about it right now, I think that's kind of like my realization. Like I just really wanted someone to talk to me about it. I wanted somebody to be just extra or whatever, and I feel like I wanted to cry, you know, and I didn't cry often about it. I didn't use it as like a crutch to get out of class, but like a crutch to like get away from people. I don't know, I just felt like everybody's life was just going so well that I wanted to pull them in on my depressing state. I made it through high school. The next couple of years were terrible. I met some of my closest friends, one of some of my best friends. Hopefully I can retackle it. Former best friends that are now friends again. Ex-best friends. I passed high school barely. I just feel like after middle school, that's where I just kind of lost all my rhythm. Something altered in me, and I don't know what it was, but something did, and I had to somehow figure out how to finesse around it. It's kind of like this constant dark cloud, kind of like this constant devil on my shoulder, like, you'll never amount to nothing, like, you lost your brother, you should always feel like a piece of shit. You should not think of anything positive. There was times where I had to force myself to be happy. Dang, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go like on a kind of like a rant tangent, but that's one thing that's like really pivotal about my life that I still struggle with today. High school is like the place where you become reckless as hell. High school is where I got my first job. The whole goal of my life and of my career is to be a singer. I love singing. I love musicals. I love all types of music. Like, my motto is that if it pleases my ears, I'll listen to it and or I'll sing it, you know. I love dancing. I love all that stuff. I did like this program, this internship that I got paid for, $15 an hour. That's some bomb checks, and I got to produce music, make music, and that's kind of what led me to do a lot of other things. I haven't touched the music production software in a long time, but I plan on getting back on it. Like, high school is kind of where like you really find your stepping stones. Like, you're about to be an adult, get your life. I got my first job after my internship just because I'm filthy like that. At only 16, I got hired on the spot. I had just turned 16. I got hired at Target. You'll like it if you shop there, but then once you work there, it's not a good place to be. In February, I believe, I was like, you know what, I gotta go. Like, Target is not the place to work. I had low-key, I had already been looking at another job, and I actually got that job low-key on the spot by this sweetest person named Sam at Abercrombie & Fitch. You know what's so funny is that the length that I worked there, I thought that I'd be buying a whole bunch of stuff because my discount was like 50%, and like jeans are like $80 and jackets are like $130. But I thought that I'd be buying hella shit, and I think I only bought like 1, 2, maybe 5 things from there my whole like over the span of everything. Because then once you hit college, I was working at Abercrombie in college. Once you hit college, you then have to pay for books, you have to pay for school supplies, you have to pay for random fees, you have to pay for a whole bunch of stuff that you wouldn't think you had to pay for. And sometimes I just really didn't have money. I didn't really have money to do a lot of stuff, you know. Until I met one of the bosses and I was like, she's evil. And, you know, I dealt with it for a minute, but then, you know, yeah. And I was like, fuck that, I have to leave. Fortunately, craziest job. This is the craziest experience ever, but I got a job at Nike and I still currently work at Nike. There's some hiccups there too, but Nike is one of my favorite places to work. Everybody there is hella cool. There's people that I don't like, but I feel like that comes with a lot of places that you work. But I'm not just like, everybody's like I only worked at Nike for the discount. Like, the discount's cool, you feel me? It's a beautiful discount. The discount is great, but it's like, I go there to meet people. Like, I am a really good salesperson. Like, once I worked at Target, like, I loved like retail. A lot of kids like nowadays that grew up in my generation were like, if anything, I'd love to work at Nike. All I wear is Jordans, and once you actually get that, and you know what's so funny, I haven't owned a pair of Jordans before I worked at Nike. I think I only bought a few. I bought like a pair of SBs. They're actually kind of nice that I gave away. They're like olive green. I bought a pair of Huaraches, like these hyper yellow. Bomb. I love hyper yellow. Like, I love yellow. That's one of my favorite colors. And like this lime green, like safety green, filthy dope. So like a brown gum bottom, like top notch. And then there was this one sale that really was like, dang, like I need to work here. Like, her name was JoJo. She actually was my coworker for a while. She sold me a pair of 95s, and I was like, I'm sold. Like, if any opportunity comes up, I'm gonna apply to Nike. We're just gonna see kind of where it goes. And Sam, that's super funny because I had 2 bosses named Sam, but at Nike, she like called. She's like, I just want to push out an opportunity to work with us, and I freaked the heck out. Like, Nike is so superior where I live, and it probably is for a lot of places. But like, once I worked at Nike, family changed. Honestly, I'm saying that because I'm black, because everybody expects handouts from everybody, you know, and sometimes I be like that, you feel me? But like, everybody expected me to like give them a discount, and I'm like, bro, get out of my face. Like The only people that are gonna be at my discount are like my two older brothers and like my mom. And then my mom opened a home daycare back up not that long ago, maybe a couple months ago. And one of my mom's parents was like, hey, like, we are looking for some people to work. And I was like, bet. I've never done restaurant. I refused for so freaking long to do restaurant because I knew that if somebody was to be rude to me, I'd spit in their food. But I haven't, and that's absolutely well. Yeah, I work at another restaurant. I work at a restaurant and I work at Nike, so I work 2 jobs. I'm a full-time student. And I just recently moved out in November. I live in my own little studio. Hopefully, over these next like few days, like my walls back here won't be as bare. My jackets and stuff will be laid out. Like, I just cooked my first meal, you know, like for the first month and few weeks I was only like making like sandwiches, and I love sandwiches. But yeah, I feel like I didn't really talk a lot about me. You know, my mom still lives here. My dad, my biological dad, lives in Mississippi. Hinola, Mississippi, very small. No one ever hears about it, even if they come from Mississippi. Then I was very confused. One of the most beautiful places I've ever low-key been. There's a lot of things that I wanted to talk about in this, but like, I think I just like lost myself on a tangent. Don't want to have a boyfriend. There's one person that I'm attempting to pursue right now, but you know, he lives his own little life. He's a couple of years older than me. Sweetest individual ever. I probably haven't met anyone as like dope as him. Whether it's physically or like emotionally, like he's top notch. You know, I do a lot of stuff. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of dreams. I have a lot of different careers that I want to pursue. So we're really just gonna see how that goes and see what the Lord places on me. I wonder if I've ever told anything about myself. I probably told like the simple stuff. I don't know, but I'm gonna go to work now. Some places to be, and see. Go to serve, and I haven't seen these guys in like 2 weeks, so it's gonna be really fun to go back and, you know, my peoples. And we're gonna see how this all works. Thank y'all. Love y'all to death. And y'all stay good.